Today's lesson is over multiply fractions. Angelina bought a rectangular pizza with 8 slices. Before I continue, let me draw this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 slices. Her friend Emily took 3 of the 8 slices of the pizza, 3/8 of the pizza. Angelina demanded that Emily return half of the 3/8 that Emily took. What fractional part of the pizza did Angelina get back from Emily? Draw a picture. So Emily took 3 of the 8 slices. Angelina demanded that she gets half of what she took. So what fractional part of the pizza did Angelina get back from Emily? So she got half of this 3/8. Let's set it up as a mathematical problem. Half of 3/8. What does the word of mean? Of means multiplication. So the way you multiply fraction is you multiply the numerators together and the denominator. Or another way to say multiply fraction, that's no problem. Top times top. 1 times 3 is 3. Bottom times bottom. 16. So if you look at this picture closely, Angelina took 3 of the 16 slices back from Emily, who stole it from her. So that is the answer. So this is how you multiply fraction. You do it pictorial, but I prefer more doing it the procedural way right here, where you multiply the 2 top numbers, multiply the 2 bottom numbers, and sometimes you can simplify the answer. So in this one, in our little chair, what we learned in the previous lesson was multiply mixed number. That's okay. Turn this to a fraction and times away. For our next chant is multiply fraction. That's no problem. Top times top and bottom times bottom. So when you multiply fraction, that's no problem. You multiply top times top and bottom times bottom. So let's do our first question. 3/4 of the class is boys. That's a lot of boys. 2/3 of those boys are wearing tennis shoes. What fraction of the class are boys with tennis shoes? Let's write an equation. So 2/3 of the class of the 3/4 boys are wearing tennis shoes. So let's solve this without our visual representation. For now, let's try to get an answer from this. So when you multiply, let's write it with the multiplication sign or multiplication dot. Multiply fraction, that's no problem. Top times top, that's 6. Bottom times bottom is 12. 6/12 simplifies to 1/2. That means half of the class are boys who are wearing tennis shoes. If some kids prefer cross simplification, that means you can simplify 3 and 3 becomes 1 whole. 2/4 becomes 1/2. And you get 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2, or 1/2. Some kids say, that's a little too much. I'd rather just multiply the top numbers, multiply the bottom number, and simplify from that. So let's look at our picture. In this picture, 3/4 of this, 3 out of 4 are boys. And out of these boys, 2/3 have tennis shoes. 1/3 do not. So what fractional part do you see from this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 12, or 1/2. So another one. 2/3 times 4/5. So in this picture, what they really did, if you like it through the pictorial model, there's nothing wrong with it. It's really saying, what is 2/3 of 4/5? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this into 5 parts. I'm going to lightly shade in 4 of them. So that's 4/5 of the picture. What is 2/3 of this picture? Let's take out a second color. I'm going to cut this into thirds and shade it. So what is 2/3? This is 1/3 of this 4/5. This is 2/3 of the 4/5. So what fractional are shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of how many? 8 out of 15. Some kids say, I do not like the pictorial model. I just want to answer it. So fine. Multiplying fraction, that's no problem. Top times top is 8. Bottom times bottom is 15. 8/15. So 2/3 of 4/5 is 8/15. Let's try another pictorial model for those who like pictorial models. What is 1/6 of 2/3? So you have a rectangle. Let's cut it into 2/3. So this is 2/3 of the model. Of this 2/3, what is 1/6 of it? So let's divide this into 6. 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6. So 1/6 of this 2/3 is that. That's 2 out of, oh, I forgot to stretch this line. Out of how many pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So it's 2 parts out of 18 whole. It's 2/18, which simplifies to 1/9. Let's see if we can do it the procedural way. 1/6 times 2/3. Multiplying fraction, that's no problem. Top times top, bottom times bottom, 2/18, which is 1/9. If you like the cross simplification, you could have done it this way. Again, this is only for those who like it. Can you simplify 2/6? You can. 1/3. So 1 times 1 is 1. 3 times 3 is 9. 1/9. All right, what if you don't want to draw a picture? You really just want to answer it. So 1/2 times 3/4 is the same as what is half of 3/4? If you really want to draw a picture, again, you don't have to. This is the last time I will draw the picture. Here is 3/4. What is half of this 3/4? Half of this. So this is half of this 3/4. How many did I shade completely? 3 out of 8. But how can I do it the procedural way? Multiplying fraction, that's no problem. Top times top, bottom times bottom, 3/8. Hey! And let's see if I got it correct. So, blank. Oh, here I did it the picture way. Oh, hey, here's a picture. So it's 3/8. But the answer is 3/8. So if you look at the picture, half of 3/4 is 3/8. Let's do another one. What is 2/3 of 3/15? If you want to, here's the picture. This is 3/5. What is 2/3 of it? So this is 1/3 of this picture. This is 2/3 of the picture. So it looks like the answer will be 6/15. Multiplying fraction, that's no problem. Top times top is 6. Bottom times bottom is 15. 6/15. But you can simplify this by dividing both numbers by 3. Sometimes you have to simplify 2/5. If you like the cross simplification, 3/3 is 1 whole. 2 times 1 is 2. 1 times 5 is 5. 2/5. Let's keep on going. Keep on going. Keep on going. Keep on going. Find the product of 3/5 times 1/4. So, let's multiply. Top times top is 3. Bottom to bottom is 20. Did I do it correctly? Yay! 3/20. I did do it correctly. So you multiply the top and top and the bottom and bottom. Let's go to somewhere a little more difficult. Actually, I don't know if there's any of them really difficult. Let's try this one. 3/8 times 5, 6. Top and top is 15. Bottom times bottom is 48. 15, 48. Did you know you can simplify this? You can divide both numbers by 3. So that's 5/16. And let's see if I did it correctly. Yay! 1548 is equal to 516. If you did the cross simplification, you would have gotten that without all this. 3 6 becomes 1 half. So 5, 1 times 5 is 5, 8 times 2 is 16. 5 16. Let's keep on going, let's keep on going, let's keep on going, let's keep on going. Yeah, let's keep on going. Alright, let's get to something a little more difficult. Quantity is. Alright. When you multiply, when you're giving two fractions, and when the first fraction is greater than 1 and you're multiplying by another, your answer will get larger. If you're multiplying by 1, of course your number will stay the same. The quantity will not increase or decrease. When you're multiplying by a fraction or decimal that is less than 1, your answer will decrease or get smaller. So, a quantity is increased if it is multiplied by a fraction greater than 1. A quantity is decreased if it is multiplied by a fraction less than 1. And it will stay the same if it's multiplied by 1. For example, let's do our first example. You have 4/3 of 2. Let's do 1/2. Will your answer get greater? Will it increase, decrease, or stay the same? So, 4/3 is more than 1 whole. It's like 1 1/3. But let's multiply it. So 4 times 1 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. So, it simplifies to 2/3. Is 2/3 greater than 1/2? Half is 50 hundredths. 2/3 is 66 hundredths with a repeating bar. So it seems as though our quantity increase. Let's try another example. What happens if you had this one step? What's 1/4 of 1/2? That will equal 1/8. Half, again, is 50 hundredths. 1/8 rounds to, it's really 125,000. This. But we have to estimate it could be either 12 hundredths or 1300. Did it increase or decrease? It decreased from 1/2 because 1/4 is less than 1. And what if you multiply by this? 3/3 times 1/4. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. That simplifies back to 1/4. Did anything change? No, because 3/3, you just multiply by 1. 1 times something is the same answer, same quantity you just got. So, let's practice some of this. First example, 3/4 times 5 6. Is the number 3/4 greater than 1, less than 1, or stay the same? 3/4 is less than 1, so the answer will decrease. 3/4 times 4 9. 3/4, is that less than 1, same as 1, or greater than 1? 3/4 is less than 1, so it would decrease. 3/5 times 6. 3/5, is that less than 1, equal to 1, or greater than 1? 3/5 is 60 hundredths. That is less than 1 whole, so it would decrease. 2/5 of 7 halves. Is 2/5 greater, equal, or less? 2/5 is less. Kind of be weird if they all decrease. 3/4 times what? 3/4 is less. 2/5 times 1. Is 2/5 greater, less, or equal? It's less. Maybe it's 5 6. 5 6. Is 5 6 greater, stay the same, or increase? 5 6 is less than 1 whole, so it's going to decrease the answer. 5 6 times 3. 5 6 is less, so it decreases the answer. 5 6 times 11, 5 6 is less, it will decrease the answer. So they all decrease the answer. That was a trick question because I know some of y'all were probably thinking, well, what about here? So what happened if you had this one? You had 3/2 times 1/2. Will 3/2 increase the quantity, stay the same, or decrease? Well, I know 3/2 is more than 1 whole. And let's just make sure 3/4. Is 3/4 greater than 1/2? Half, again, is 50 hundredths. 3/4 is really 75 hundredths. So it did increase. Here's our last example. Let's try 5/2 times 1. Or let's do 2. Will 5/2 increase our quantity, keep it the same, or decrease? 5/2 is definitely more than 1 whole. It's like really 2.5. So let's multiply this. Turn this into a, if you remember from our previous lesson, change when you multiply a mixed number, that's okay. Turn this to a fraction and times away. 5 times 2 is 10. 2 times 1 is 2. It's 5. Did our quantity, did it increase, stay the same, or decrease? It was 2. Now it's 5. It definitely increased. So the main thing we learned today is how to multiply fractions. And when you multiply fraction, all you do is multiply fraction. That's no problem. Top times top and bottom times bottom. So you multiply the two top numbers and then you multiply the two bottom numbers and you have an answer. Sometimes you will have to simplify. Some people like doing cross simplification. For this one, you could do cross simplification. Can 2/2 simplify? It can into 1 whole. So you'll get the answer straight into 5. Some kids do not like cross simplification. It's an option. And then the second thing we learned in this video was quantities. If you multiply a number that is greater than 1, your answer will get greater. Your quantity will get greater. If you multiply by 1, nothing changes. And you multiply something by less than 1, your answer will get smaller. For example, all of these were multiplied by a fraction that is less than 1 whole. That's why they all decrease the answer. These two examples increase the answer because you're multiplying by fractions that are greater than 1. And that is the study of multiplying fractions.